Another incredible achievement in Italy. AC Milan are back to European football after 3 years of being out of it. Mathematically, they are confirmed to qualify for the Europa League.
About time. We were saying this back and forth, but they kept losing. Them and Inter also kept losing back and forth, but they finally got the job done at home at Milan Stadium.
With the 3-0 win over
With the 3-0 win. Lapadulla's first goal was offside, and then they're like, oh my god, is this going to happen? They're going to go to Europe? But then they scored 3 goals after that to secure qualification for Europe.
Yeah, I mean, we saw what it meant to the players and to the fans. You know, they were throwing Montella up in the air.
Right.
First time in 3 years. And, you know, we've been critical of Montella these last few games. It looked like he might have even thrown it away at one point. But he did get the job done, especially over an Inter side who, I was wrong. You said Milan were going to do better. I thought Inter were going to be the better team, and mathematically now confirmed that Milan are a little bit above. They qualify for that Europa League, which is a Europa League which is very tough.
It is.
It's not easy to give your focus on Europa League and then on Serie A, you know, diversifying what's going to matter, but it still is a good achievement to get back into Europe.
And this is good for them. 3 competitions plus Coppa Italia, and they can start getting more depth.
Don't forget that Berlusconi Cup.
Oh, yeah.
That's even more important than Scudetto or Champions League.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think that it's a little bit scary, but I think it also shows the management now in 3 years that they're going to stick with Montella. That the thing that we've been saying most of all is that they need to stick to a plan, and hopefully this Europa League, more than just qualifying for Europe, for me at least, shows a little bit that Montella should stay. It's saying he should stay, and I think that's the bigger achievement, because sticking with the coach instead of firing Inzaghi, Seedorf, Brocchi, Mihailovic, they needed to keep a guy who could build a foundation, build a future. We know that even on the transfer market, they're already starting. So it seems like they're going to get serious. Even if it is Europa League, it's still an attractive market, better than saying that they're not playing in anything.
Of course, and there's more income. If Milan follow the structure, you know, keep Montella and just enough Chinese money, I can see them a great squad next season for sure. They got to keep Delafo for sure. They got to find some reason to keep him, because he scored today too, and he's having a pretty good season with them. And like I said, a few more signings, and I think it's going to be a very good team, challenging for Champions League.
I think that they're going to need a lot more than a few more signings. Just personally, I feel like there's still only a few guys in that squad that really understand the Milan DNA, but it still is a building point. It's still a look forward to some optimism.
Something to build on.
You know, at Milan, we haven't seen that light, you know, the light of day. And I feel like now it could be that building block that helps them get to that moment. You know, signing younger players, signing players who are hungry, getting rid of the dead weight, sticking to a plan once again. And this could be a huge foundation for Milan to continue building and get back to where we know. And the thing that I hope most of all is that this Europa League, they don't just roll over like what Inter and Fiorentina did and Sassuolo, you know, making Italy more proud with this. You know, Milan have Champions League in their DNA. They have European football in their DNA. And I hope it is shown, even though it is the Europa League, it's still a good sign to show that Milan are still a challenging team. World football has not seen Milan in the light, because not many people are watching Serie A. They're watching Champions League, they're watching Europa League, and just having the name of Milan back in Europe is good for all of Serie A, in my opinion.
I definitely agree. Both Milan clubs, if we have Juve, we have Roma, we have Napoli, then we have Milan and Inter back at their helm, back where they belong, top of the world, you know, in football. Serie A is going to be the best league in the world. Because
as beautiful as it is, as like a story as Sassuolo or Atalanta, you know, absolutely, I'm not taking anything away from them. You know, those teams that he mentioned, the big 5, those are the teams that really need to challenge. And you know, we see in Italy how good our Italian coaches have been doing. And I think more of the lack of quality, it's the lack of good management ideas, good management decisions that have screwed Serie A up. There are a lot of factors that go against us, and poor decisions, poor this and that, but I think it's a time for Serie A to come back, and this is a good step forward, especially for Milan and for Milan fans. A lot of our friends, Milan fans, I'm just so happy that you get to celebrate this moment of getting into the Europa League. Again, it's not like you're celebrating a big achievement, but you need to keep building up. Today, I mean, tomorrow you're not going to win Scudetto, but piano piano si va lontano.
It's true. One step at a time, and this is the first step of many that they're going to take so they can just go back where they belong.
And I want to see Donnarumma playing in European football. That's going to be a great thing to see. So Milan fans, congrats. Everyone else, jump in the comment section below. Let's talk about this one. Thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.
Ciao guys.
Be sure to subscribe. We're going to have more videos coming. Ciao.